Hey guys, I told you I'd be back, and I'm back, and I've got a new one for you today. This one is me versus Malcore. Um, I played a few games against Malcore. I think I played three. He beat me in the other two. He pretty much crushed me in the other two because um, one of them I just had a really bad team matchup against him. Which isn't really excusable in advance because the idea is to build your team to counter everything. Um, and the other one, he got a well-timed explosion on me, and I couldn't counter the Celebi, so they were pretty one-sided. But so I thought I'd bring you the one that wasn't so one-sided because it was pretty entertaining, I think. So here we go. Um, he leads with the Salamence, I lead with the Swampert, and even though I'm intimidated, he wants to get out in case of Ice Beam. And he shows a Snorlax at the lane Jigglypuff. So, yep, this forces me out because I'm intimidated. I can't do much to him, and he goes to a Celebi as I go to a Skarmory. So double switch on his part. He then switches in the Magneton to try and catch the Skarmory, but I'm not that stupid. I'm not going to leave it in. I bring in my Cacturn to counter the Celebi, which he's shown, and he's got his Salamence out again, and I've brought out my Tyranitar to activate the Sandstorm that this team so desperately needs. He tries to brick break the Tyranitar, the Swampert on the switch in because he was trying to brick break the Tyranitar. Salamence didn't gain leftovers, so it obviously is choice banded. Well, apart from some weird Lumberry doodads, but I don't think it's Lumberry. So yeah, I Ice Beam the Celebi. I bring in Tyranitar yet again on the Celebi. I should have really brought in Cacturn here, but I decided to go for the safe option, which wasn't so safe. Yep, then I bring in Cacturn. He's got his Swampert out. I'm afraid of Ice Beam, so I go to my Swampert, and he shows a Moltres. And I'm looking at my team, and as I'm still testing, I realise that I don't actually have a lot to stop this Moltres if it's Hidden Power Grass, and the fact that he just goes straight for the Hidden Power suggests to me that it is. So yeah, this isn't really fantastic on my part. My best hope is to switch in Tyranitar, who takes 46% from the Hidden Power Grass. Yeah, if he's staying in. But I stayed in anyway, and I went for the Rock Slide because I realised it was my best hope in that situation. He shows a Swampert again, and I go straight to my Swampert, and he predicts this and brings out the Phoenix again. So really laying the pressure on me with this Moltres, and there's not a whole lot I can do about it. I go to Magneton, as the Hidden Power Grass is. I know that there's a fire move incoming. I'm not stupid. I just realised that my best bet is to sacrifice something and bring in something else safely. But he switches out, so not sure why he did that. Um, I'm pretty sure he's faster. I substitute just in case he tries any Ice Beam shenanigans, trying to catch something on the switch in. But nope, he goes straight for the Earthquake. He Earthquakes again. I'm thinking here he'll change his tack and he'll go back to Moltres again, so I switch back to Magneton, and he Earthquakes straight into Magneton, so Magneton wasn't hugely important, I don't think, so I wasn't afraid to lose it. I bring in Cacturn, and I hope that he tries to go for a Hidden Power Grass. What am I on about? He switches in Moltres as I sub up, then I Leech Seed him from behind the sub. So now I'm hoping that, yeah, he's going to waste some PP on Flamethrower, which he does. Leech Seed is going to recover most of that HP I just lost back, but I'm still in the KO range of Hidden Power Grass. So I get out, I go to Cacturn, and he goes straight to Hidden Power Grass. Sandstorm negates his leftovers, and Leech Seed sucks an eighth of his health away, so he's losing health fairly rapidly. I predict him to go for a Hidden Power Grass here, but thank the gods for Sandvale because he went for a Flamethrower instead. But luckily Cacturn's ability kicks in and it misses. So yeah, now he's kind of boned because he Flamethrowers my sub, but I hit him with a Hidden Power Dark, which knocks him all the way down to the range where Leech Seed and Sandstorm will finish him off. So that was pretty lucky on my part, I've got to say, because that Moltres could destroy my entire team. Yep, I go to Swampert to get away from the hidden power flying or brick break, which just so happened to be. I go for the obvious ice beam because I don't want to mess around with this element staying in, of course. Yeah, he brings in Snorlax and he starts cursing, and I go to Jirachi. I'm not willing to go to Skarmory because I know he has a Magneton, and I just can't mind up. I'm not really sure that was the best thing I should have done there, but I just wanted to lay some pressure on him. I really should have wished. Hindsight is 2020 and all that. I go to Cacturn to resist the Earthquake. Obviously, Cacturn won't resist an Ice Beam, so I go to Skarmory, and he brings in his Magneton. He knows it's coming, and he just thunderbolts my Skarmory. So, yeah, it's not going so well at the moment. Swampert comes in on Magneton, obviously threatening it with Earthquake. He goes away to Celebi, and yep, I knew that was coming, and I go straight to Cacturn. Now I know I can get a free sub up from here, and I can continue to annoy his team. He goes to Magneton. Obviously he's anticipating a Leech Seed and a Hidden Power, but he doesn't anticipate a Focus Punch, which pretty much finishes him off. So now we're at an even game. He brings in the Swampert. I just sub up, anticipating a nice beam, but hoping for it to miss, and it misses. So yet again, thanks Sandvale, I just go straight for a Leech Seed. Ice Beam breaks my sub, but I'm now in the advantageous situation because I've laid down Leech Seed, and I can just sub up again from here. And at this point I realise that from behind the sub, my Cacturn can do quite a number on all of his team members. So here's a situation which my Cacturn is specially prepared for. Behind the sub, Celebi can't do anything, and there's a huge he's trying to make a stalemate by recovering, but the Sandstorm will stop his leftovers from kicking in, and my Cacturn will always deal over 50% to the Celebi, which will eventually wear it down. So, yep, I just hidden power here. I wasn't predicting a Snorlax switch out, but I didn't really need to. It still does a nice 34% considering it's a special attack, but to be honest I did get a crit, so yep, I just go for a Leech Seed. I'm not fussed if Celebi switches it in because even if it's trying to get leftovers recovery, the Sandstorm's just going to negate it and I can just begin attacking away again. The Sandstorm and Hidden Power Dark are really stopping the Celebi from doing anything useful. I think obviously he must have clocked onto this, but at the same time I don't see a whole lot he can do about it because nothing's really going to switch in safely to Cacturn, especially pending a miss. So yeah, my Cacturn set is Hidden Power Dark, Focus Punch, Leech Seed, and Substitute. Maybe wondering why Hidden Power Dark, because nothing uses Hidden Power Dark this generation. For example, I could use Hidden Power Ghost, which would mean that I wouldn't split my EVs physically, so I wouldn't have to split my EVs physically and specially. I could use Hidden Power Bug to just take down the Celebi then and there. But what I found is that the fact that if I kept it as Hidden Power Ghost, I wouldn't be able to get the 2-hit KO on Celebi, so which is kind of important, and splitting my EVs and getting stabbed from Hidden Power Dark isn't really that much of an issue, and Hidden Power Bug grants worse coverage anyway, so I chose Hidden Power Dark. That way I can still hit Gengars. So yeah, not to get behind, I've forced this Salamence out here. I expect the Swampert switch in and I clock him with Hidden Power Grass, which he hadn't seen before. Here I expect him to switch out, so I go for a Pursuit, which would have KO'd, but he rested instead, which fine by me. I now know that he's not going to stay in because I can Hidden Power Grass, so I just go for what would switch in. Even through the Intimidate, Rock Slide will KO. So now he's just down to the Swampert and the Snorlax. Tyrantar's got no real business staying in on this Snorlax when I'm on the Intimidate. I go to Cacturn. Here I make a bit of a boo-boo. What I should have really done is kept substituting up until he gets a miss from Sandvale. And if it gets to a point where I can't make a substitute, then I should just leech seed him anyway. But I kind of just threw Cacturne away and just went straight for the leech seed, which was pretty bad on my part. Jirachi comes in, and I know that he could either stay in with his Snorlax or he can switch to Sleeping Swampert, in which case I'll get two turns to Calm Mind because he hasn't learned any turns of Sleep Talk already. And I can just Psychic him and hit him before he wakes up. And hopefully he doesn't Sleep Talk and find Earthquake twice. But it turns out it doesn't even do 50%, so I'm pretty happy. Psychic's just going to finish him off here. And now we're just left to the Snorlax. Now I have 2 boosts. I'm pretty sure he doesn't have Earthquake, otherwise he wouldn't have switched out. And I can just begin to plug away at Psychic. 38% is pretty big. Here he's going for a Power Hex. Didn't get it, and that's the game over really. So yeah, 60 turns in, and I think that worked out pretty well for me. I think I got a significant amount of hacks there, to be honest. But a good portion of that was forced by Sandvale. I liked people complain and go, "Oh, you're using hacks. That's just so annoying, noob." But in reality, I'm kind of forcing the hacks. Same as if you're using Body Slam Jirochai or anything with Serene Grace. Really, you create situations where you're forcing the hacks to occur, and that's what I was kind of trying to do. But yeah, Malcore's a good player, obviously, and I enjoyed battling him, and I hope you enjoyed me battling him. And if you like this, subscribe and like and make a comment if you want, because I don't seem to have a lot of comments going around my videos except the first one. And I'll be back to you later with another video, hopefully. It doesn't take 2 days to come about.